Welcome to Cooking with SonicBlu. I am SonicBlu Darkfold, and Rune is your host today on camera. Yeah, it says fingers. That's sage paw fingers. So anyway, we got an interesting recipe for you today, because today we're going to take the recipe that got sent in to us a while ago. I think it was RangerStormwolf who sent this one in. Now, don't quote me on this because I might be wrong. We're going to make spaghetti Florentine. Now, how to make spaghetti Florentine is pretty outrageous for what we got going. So we're going to double up on our order because it's a big household, lots of hungry people.
Well, 5 people, a lot of hungry bellies.
A lot of hungry bellies to feed. So, well, a lot of us do eat like 2 people.
True, especially Sajin.
I'm one of them. I can't put it off all on Sajin. I'm one of them too.
Yeah, I know.
So anyway, what we're going to do is, first of all, we are going to boil in a big stock pot like this one some water for our spaghetti. And of course you can't have spaghetti Florentine without the main key ingredient, spaghetti noodles. And we're going to use this entire box.
What else is in the water right now?
Oh, in the water we've added a pinch of salt that helps purify the water as you cook it, so that way your water doesn't come out all starchy. And we've added a little bit of a splash of vegetable oil. You can use olive oil, it's preferred, but I use vegetable oil because we're out of olive oil. We don't have any more. So we use the next best thing, vegetable oil. And what it mainly does is it prevents your noodles from sticking while they're cooking. And I have also added a dash of basil and a dash of marjoram. That will help give your water an extra kick, a little Italian kick there. And over here in our skillet, we're going to be cooking up 2 pounds of country sausage, and we're going to be cooking that up with 2 cups of onion. Now remember folks, you at home are probably going to cut this order in half just to serve with your family. So what we're doing here, we're doubling up on the entire recipe. So what we do here, just chop it in half, and there you go. Each serving, each helping, or each time you make the spaghetti Florentine recipe should yield 9 generous pieces. So we got our spaghetti going to be going there. We just got to wait for our water to boil. In here we got our country sausage, 2 cups of onion, and we have 2 jars of spaghetti sauce, 2 cloves of garlic, 1 can of mushroom. The other can has been eaten, but that's okay, because since a lot of us don't like mushroom, Rune especially, we're going to make 1 with mushroom, 1 without, so we still only need 1 can. This is an 8-ounce can of mushroom. Now, we're also going to need 32 ounces of cottage cheese. Now these all come in 28s, but we're going to use this full tub, and half of this tub should equal 32. And you might notice, I went eggplant crazy.
You went eggplanting?
Yes, and so we're going to have fried eggplant on the side. Now, these recipes will require a couple of eggs. 2 for the spaghetti Florentine, and 2 to coat your eggplant. Now,
breadcrumbs are over there on the shelf.
Okay, where are they? Over here. Here's the breadcrumbs. Now, what we're going to do is very simple. First of all, we're going to cook our noodles. Then, while the noodles are boiling up and cooking, we're going to move over here to our skillet. We're going to brown up this country sausage, both logs of it, and then we're going to add our onion and cook it until this sausage is no longer pink. And then we're going to take it off, drain everything, and then rinse everything, because that makes it not only fat-free but also more healthier and more flavorful too. You can actually taste the flavor of the sausage rather than the fat that is used to make the sausage that gets cooked out. Now we're going to add our cloves of garlic about a minute or 2 before we finish cooking our mixture. Now, over in the sink here we have our chopped spinach thawing out, and it's ready. Cool. It is ready. It is ready to go. So what we're going to do is remove that from the packaging, and we're going to let it basically just drain. We're going to squeeze it dry, and then we're going to add everything and mix everything together. But I'll show you step by step on how to make spaghetti Florentine. And it's going to take all of this, and over here for baking is going to require 2 of these casserole dishes. 1 with mushroom, 1 without mushroom. And we're going to top everything with finely grated Parmesan and mozzarella.
Cheese.
Well, yes, got a lot of cheese going in this recipe. So, we're going to wait for our water to boil, and then once everything is done and thrown everything together, you layer everything. You got your mixture layer, you got your sauce layer, you got your noodle layer, and you got your cheese layer. All of those layers get put pretty much together in your casserole dish. We're going to take the casserole dish and cover it with tin foil. And I forgot to get tin foil at the store.
You're kidding.
Wait. I got an idea. It worked before. Let's use a little camera magic. Alright. I'm envisioning Reynolds wrap. Nothing but the best. Reynolds wrap, foil. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Reynolds wrap, foil. Oops! These are Doritos Dinamitas. It's great for whatever ails you, especially if you're looking for a nice spicy bite, then this will take a bite out of you. It's Doritos Dinamitas. These nice little rolled up little tortillas, and they're basted with chili and limon. Make some up today.
Wrong spell.
No, you can never have the wrong spell with Doritos.
We were looking for Reynolds wrap.
Gotcha. Can I still keep this?
Sure.
Good idea. Remember, folks, it's Doritos Dinamitas in your kitchen today. I'll put that back. Okay.
Never go wrong with Dinamita.
Okay.
Maybe I should do it like that angel on the Twilight Zone did. You know, the one with Carol Burnett.
Maybe.
He basically did it like this. He did it like this. He put his finger to his temple here, and he pictured what he was going to do. Licks his thumb, puts it right down there, and then, hey, it worked! Oh my God, it worked! I'll have to send Rod Serling a thank you note. He's dead, isn't he?
I think so.
Yeah. Long rest his soul. He was a great.
Send his family one then.
I'll do that. Carol's still alive.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got our Reynolds wrap, and we're going to cover our dishes with Reynolds wrap. Reason for this is that cheese is going to cook like nobody's business, so you want to cover it to prevent too much heat getting to your cheese.
Too much browning.
Or too much direct heat getting to your cheese. So what we're going to do is do it in the traditional Italian sense. 5 minutes before you pull it out, we're going to remove the foil and let it cook the rest of the way so that your top of the cheese, your top of the Florentine will get nice and golden brown, easier for slicing. So, with everything in place, we're going to show you step by step how to make this wonderful recipe from start to finish. And I hear a little action going on with our water. It's starting to heat up.
But that's about it. Now, maybe a couple of little bubbles here and there.
Right, that means that it's in the early stage of boiling. Make sure that this doesn't burn either. Now see, look at all that fat. Look at all that fat in your sausage. We want to make sure that that fat is drained out of there when we're ready for it. Round this up lightly before we add our onion, and then everything will be drained off. Because onion, when cooked in this sausage fat, will retain the flavor of your sausage even when you rinse it. In fact, let's go ahead and do that now. Let's get our 2 cups of onion and just add that in there. The reason why I like to wait for it to brown slightly is so that your onions don't get too overdone. You'll still be able to taste a lot of onion flavor in there. Now you want regular medium-sized cube pieces like that when you chop your onion up. So remember, they will shrink too. Look at that. That's looking good already.
I did a good job on those onions.
In here, we have our mushroom sauce
And one
without. There's the one without. Now our water is boiling here, so now what we're going to do is let's go ahead and add our spaghetti noodles, and at the same time mix up our sauce as it's lightly cooking on a very low heat. You don't want to turn sauce to a very high heat at all because it'll splatter all over the place. And we're just going to add this whole box, little at a time, of spaghetti noodles, and then immediately when we're done adding all of our noodles, we're going to start mixing it so that way nothing gets too sticky. Noodle spoon!
Pasta fork.
Or pasta fork, but I call it a noodle spoon because it sounds a little cuter. Can you hand me the noodle spoon? Pasta fork. Noodle spoon.
Fork.
See?
But different people, different places, different terminology.
It could be a spork for all you know.
Let's call it that. The pasta spork.
The pasta spork. I got an even better one for you. Spaghetti spork.
Spaghetti spork?
Spaghetti spork. Look at that. Just all of that margarine and basil just latching onto that for dear life. Look at that. And we're just going to mix this up really well until it's nice and mixed in. That should be good. Make sure you push all of your noodles down into the water too, because you don't want any sticking out.
We're getting a little sticking on the sausage here.
Yes, we are. So we're going to have to turn right away to our sausage and give it a good stir. Okay, now what we're going to do here is we're going to also turn on our sauce. We're going to turn it on to 2.
Turn the sauce on to 2.
And that one to 2. And we're going to need a separate spoon for the sauces. We'll just use this spoon. And notice it's slotted. Well, we're not going to use the slotted spoon to serve it. And we're just going to give this a good mix. And if you want to spice up your sauce, there's an easy way to do that. Make sure there are no mushrooms on it when I switch over here. Okay, now, with this extra stirring,
that's what's...
all the pink is gone. It's still very lightly pink.
Yeah, I still see a little in there.
But all of that pink will go away once it's browned, and not light brown, but once it's browned, we're going to take all of that sausage and drain it in a colander and bring it back to the skillet. And then we're going to mix, well, after we put our garlic in it too. But I'll let you know when we're ready for garlic. And you notice, look at all those onions being cooked up nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect, absolutely wonderful. And this is the garlic we're going to be adding to it. So we'll keep 2 cloves of garlic there. Now what do you say we pull a Popeye? Olives. No, you don't want any olives in here.
No, but I wish we had some olive oil.
No, we don't even have olive oil.
Oh, Popeye! Popeye, help! Oh, Popeye! Shut up, you old dame!
Just once I would love to have Popeye tell her to shut up and stop screaming all the time. Little Popeye trivia. Did you know why Popeye likes to eat spinach? It's because back in that time, children still, and including this day and age, their children got their inspiration from TV. So if they saw their favorite person in TV do something, then that must be good for them. So they decided, hey, to get all of our kids to eat spinach, let's have Popeye eat spinach, and that's what gives them the strength to beat up other people. What a way to teach your kids, look kids, have some spinach and then go out and get into a fist fight.
Yeah.
Hey, at least they're eating their spinach now. But unfortunately, they keep sending people home from school. Black eyes, swollen lips.
Well, it's starting to look just about time to add the garlic, don't you think?
Yes, it is. So let's go ahead and add 2 cloves of garlic to this wonderful mixture. It's not wonderful yet, but it will be.
Those are 2 big cloves.
That is 2 big cloves. Let's knock some of that out of there. 2 cloves.
There we go.
That's more like it. Now, we love our garlic, so we tend to use a little bit more than just 2 cloves. And we're using regular minced garlic that you can find at any grocery store. Just look in your produce aisle where your garlic is. So we're going to let this cook for an additional 5 minutes after we've added our 2 cloves of garlic. While that's working on, let's go over here with our spoons and see how our sauce is doing. A little bit cool, so if you need to turn it up a little bit more, and that's already turned up.
That's that one.
Okay, nice.
Well,
It's starting to get a little bit less thick. Okay, now we need to turn up our front one.
Yeah.
So just a bit there to keep the bubbling and boiling.
I would say give that a quick stir too.
Yeah. Let's take the spaghetti spork and give it a stir, and you'll notice that none of your noodles are clumping and sticking together. You just constantly stir. There you go, look at that. All separated. Nothing is sticking. What we're going to do is when we're ready to set that aside, we will clear all of this off and get ready for making our eggplant. And to do that, we're going to cut our eggplant into discs and then soak them in egg and then give it a nice dusting of breadcrumbs and then drop them right into that fried eddy over there. Oh, here we go. Now it's starting to look like cooked sausage. That's about as done as it can get. No pink, and everything is cooked up nicely in all of that fat. Get rid of the fat. Just throw it away. Put it into a colander like this. Put every single last morsel. Brush it all off into there. Give this a good shake. And now, take your
Hot water.
yes, hot water, because hot water, when run over your sausage, will help all that fat pretty get extracted. Use a little cold so that you can actually handle the water and it won't be too hot. Rinse all of that out of there. Get all of that fat gone. We don't want no friggin' fat. Get the fat out of my food. We don't want no friggin' fat. Get the fat out of our food. Give it a good press. Make sure you push all that extra water out of there. Once you've gotten as much fat rinsed out of there as possible, pop it right back into your hot skillet. We're going to find the halfway point because we have 2 sauces, one with mushroom, one without mushroom. And we're going to take half of this sausage mixture into one of our 2 saucepans and take the other half into the other. It doesn't have to be exactly half, but as long as it's fair.
Close to fair, right?
Yes. So, drop your sausage mixture into your sauce. Okay. Now, once you have added your sausage and onion and garlic mixed into your sauce with mushroom, just give that a good stir. Make sure that it's still heating up very well. Turn it up to 3 and look how thick this sauce becomes. It's no longer a sauce, but like a meat mixture.
Yeah.
We forgot to include one important element to that mixture. Egg.
Oh no.
2 eggs will be going into that bowl. But usually, lightly beaten eggs will go into there. But they'll still be lightly beaten if you put it straight away in there and then just mix really good. There's 1 egg. And here comes egg number 2. And watch for shells.
Of course.
Now, give that a good stirring mix.
Break up those egg yolks.
And stir it in really, really well. Let's add our salt and pepper in there too. Pepper from a pepper mill.
Always a good thing.
Good, good. Now add salt and pepper to taste. That should be good on pepper. And to be even more health conscious, sea salt.
Sea salt.
And we'll just add a dash of salt. That should be good. Give that a stir. And voila. Okay, let's check our pasta because it's starting to boil over. And what a better time to pull out your pasta than right now. Look at all that pasta. Let's try that again. Okay, now.
It's juggling pasta with SonicBlu.
It's hot pasta. It's like hot potato, only different. It's the way Italians like to play it. Here you go, Mom. Catch!
But they usually like to do it with a full bowl.
Yeah, full bowl. Okay, that's perfect. See? It's sticking.
Sticky, sticky, sticky.
So, that is ready to be drained. Let's take it off of the flame. We'll save our pasta spoon, or our spaghetti spork, is what we're going to call it. Taking us on over here to the sink. Okay, watch out because it's going to be steaming.
Steamy, steamy.
Right into the sink. Now take the rest of your water. That is nice and clean because of the salt we added to it. Just dump it right into there. Let it run all the way through, and that ensures that you'll catch a lot of the seasoning in your noodles.
In your water.
Look at all that seasoning that got caught.
Yeah.
You know what would also be good? In this particular mixture of cheese and spinach and egg,
There's a little bit more cheese.
put some Parmesan into it.
Ooh, oh, that does sound good.
Yes, so just take some Parmesan cheese and just dust it. Dust a good generous portion.
Sprinkle it on in there.
Mix it in real well. Stir that in really, really good. Look at that mixture of cottage cheese and spinach
And parm.
and Parmesan and egg all mixed in there. Oh, so beautiful. That's mixed in there really good. Okay, now comes the fun part. Putting all of this together in that. Now we're going to start off with the mushroom-free sauce. Now remember, if it's not cooked all the way, don't worry. The oven will take care of the rest of it. We're going to preheat our oven to 375 degrees. Let's start it up. And then while we're doing that, let's put all of this together. All this beautiful stuff. Where do we start?
Yeah, really.
Let us start with the mushroom-free sauce. And we're just going to glide it on through. Just like when we were doing manicotti. You just line that down there. You just kind of spread it down. Lay down a good layer of that. And reserve some of your sauce for going on in the middle of that too, because this is going to be a saucy dish.
And that looked about like a little under half of the sauce mix.
A little bit, but hey, you know what? We managed to take all that sauce and spread it evenly along the bottom of this pan. Now remember, everything's going to get cooked together, so it's all going to taste good when the finished product is ready. Just layer it. Make sure it's even too. You don't want uneven spaghetti noodles. Good. Come on over here and whoop. There we go. I'll spread that a little over here, a little over there. Spread it everywhere. Let's take the rest of the sauce and just kind of pour it over like this and like that.
And then spread it on out.
That.
Oh well, mine gets, the non-mushroom gets just a tad bit more. If that, right?
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. All we gotta do is spread it. Because remember, it all gets baked together.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Spread that as best as you can over this layer of noodles.
Well, that looks good.
Oh, yes it does. Spread this down. Now, we're going to top the rest of this with the remaining Parmesan and the remaining mozzarella as much as we can. I'm going to use half of the Parmesan here and get a good layer of dusting here. There's not going to be that much mozzarella cheese for either of them. I could have used another bag of this. But trial and error. There was a lot of ingredients to pick up, and you tend to miss a lot.
Yeah, you tend to forget some things.
Yeah. No, the best you can do is the best you can do, and hope for the best with what you can do. Now is the time for wrapping up with, you guessed it, spaghetti spork? No. Not breadcrumbs. Come on. Eggplant comes later. What the hell is this? Cream of wheat instant. That's not going in my dish. I need foil. Oh, those are my Doritos Dinamitas. Remember, folks, Doritos Dinamitas. Oh wait, I need foil, don't I?
Foil.
Okay, that's right. That's right. Okay. Clearing the mind of Doritos. I want foil. There we go. It's upside down. Come on. Get with the program. There we go. That's the right way. Reynolds wrap foil. Cover this real tight. And I'll bet you folks at home can use your collective effort to give us a little magic to help us layer our next casserole. So, on my count, 1, 2, 3, sauce. Wow! Look, you did it! All you viewers out there, you helped us. Okay, now, remember what goes next? Spaghetti. 1, 2, you're not thinking out there, I need spaghetti noodles. Think spaghetti noodles into that casserole dish. You can do it. 1, 2, 3, spaghetti noodles. Hey, you did it! Look at all those spaghetti noodles in there. Wow! You guys are on fire. Now, we need some more sauce to go on the top of that. So are you ready? Are you with me? 1, 2, 3. Give me more sauce. Well, not as much as I'd hoped, but well, you see, you shouldn't have used so much sauce in the first time around, though. But it's okay. I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming you at all. I'm not blaming you one bit. This is good. This is magical stuff. All right, now, say it with me now. 1, 2, 3. Cottage cheese mix. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Cottage cheese mix. Oh, wow. Look at that. You even actually spread that evenly. That's good. Using your magic for what's it's meant for. I'll put on the cheese this time because you might eat it all with your magic. So, sprinkle that on there. I know what you're thinking. I wanted to put the cheese on. No, it's my cheese. Cheese is very valuable in this house.
That much is true.
Cheese is something that you don't want to mess with in this house because you can never have too much of it, but there's never enough of it. You don't even have to be a magician
To Reynolds wrap.
to use Reynolds wrap. Same thing as before, we're going to cover this tightly. Make sure there's no holes, no way for the steam to escape. And we're going to slide them directly into our heated oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit and bake for 45 minutes. And then, 5 minutes before we pull them out, we're going to take off the foil. There's the one without mushroom.
No, that's
Or the one with mushroom. This was the one without. And we will resume in about 50 minutes. At least one egg. And if we need the extra egg, then we have the extra egg. At least not one nut. Now we're going to take a fork and we're going to beat this egg. Yes, you're going to get whipped, child. Beat the egg. Beat the egg.
Dip it again. A little.
I slopped everywhere, didn't I? Well, you sloppy egg, you're a bad egg. I'm beating you like a red-headed stepchild. Bad egg. Bad. 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 We're going to grab a knife. Ah, ah, ah. Oh, I'm just kidding.
No, we're not Kurt this time.
Remember, we don't need that part. I'm gonna cut our eggplant into discs. Now, we just coat them in the egg. We start off with one in case you need another. You have another to play with. We have our magic bowl.
Well, not magic, but still.
It's not magical because it's not doing anything magical yet. Dusting, 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 dusting. And this makes a great side dish for any of your Italian foods that you have to be preparing, even if you're just making spaghetti or ravioli. And what we can do with this bowl here is, see, I told you it was a magic bowl. Here we are at the Fry Daddy, and it is nice and hot, so all we gotta do is just drop these very carefully into the Fry Daddy. And we have 2 more minutes to go for our foil to come off of our casseroles, or our spaghetti Florentine bake. What do you say we get protection on our hands, or hand in this case?
Oven condom, I mean, glove.
It is an oven mitt. But you don't want it. You'll look like an idiot if you went out and played baseball with one of these. Alright, ready to play catch, alright? Toss it right over here, yeah, right over here, I'm right open for you. Yeah, alright, strike 1. There you go, 8, alright. Right over here, pitch it right over here. Hey, strike 2, you're out of here. Well, you only get 2 strikes in the kitchen. Get out of here. I smell something good.
So do I.
Ooh, that looks good.
Yeah, it does.
Pull this one off, and this one looks good too. Ooh.
Oh, those look good, guys.
But it's not quite done. Back into the oven it goes for another 15 minutes without the cover. So, 15 more minutes. And let's see, it's 10:23 now. So,
shortly before
38. So, 10:38 we'll be pulling them out of the oven. And by that time, we'll be done with our eggplant.
And these are getting a little done.
Yes, and they're ready to come out of there. Look at that. It's delicious. Look at that beautiful eggplant.
Look at that last piece that came out. Nice and GBD.
Very GBD.
That's my
delicious. Just kind of put a napkin over that. Now watch out because that's got hot oil on it. It's going to be very hot. So we're going to come over here and we're going to ensure that these guys are cooking up nicely. Now, you can also have some James Brown music and dance around the kitchen. Get up! Sing it out, God Daddy of Soul.
Oh, then who's the father of soul? If he's the grandfather of soul, who's the father of soul?
Whoever his grandson is.
Fair enough.
Okay, so now we're going to boogie our way over here to the Fry Daddy. And we're getting some funk going here in the kitchen with some funky music of James Brown. Yes, indeed. Now look at that eggplant. Oh, it's ready.
That one is.
It is ready. Can we put it on the plate? Can we put it on the plate? Yeah. Can we put it on the plate? Yeah. Put it on the plate then. You want to take your eggplant? Put it on the plate. Hit me with it. Look at that eggplant. We take it out of the Fry Daddy. We get our napkins. Get some new ones. We're gonna boogie right back. We're gonna pat it down. Like that. That's hot. In a cold sweat. There we go. You know, I have been listening to a lot of Motown lately.
I've noticed. You were listening to the Temptations just yesterday.
Temptations, man. Them and the Supremes made Motown. And Stevie Wonder and Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. Mary Wells.
I was about to say, don't forget the Ladies of Soul.
Oh, I said the Supremes.
Oh, true.
Mary Wells, Martha Reeves, Vandellas. They were great Motown artists. I wonder if Barry Gordy ever saw this. He'd be like, I'm signing that boy up. So Barry Gordy,
I'm surprised that you haven't been signed up for anything yet, Sonic.
No. Gonna grab them napkins now. Oh yeah. Gonna grab some napkins. We got them at Domino's Pizza. Gonna grab some napkins. Gonna lay it down. Can we lay it down? Yeah. Come on, lay it down now. Yeah. Gonna lay down some napkins. You know that if James Brown was a chef in the kitchen having his own cooking show, you know that's exactly the way he was going to do it. That's the way he lays it down.
Knowing you, Sonic, you would have a cooking show with like all these inspired music, food.
Otis Williams of the Temptations is still alive, and I might actually track him down sometime. Hey, Otis, you gotta help me out in doing a cooking show. What? Cooking show? What are you talking about? I'm doing concerts, man. You know, I just wish Eddie Kendricks was still alive.
Oh, yeah.
He loves his cornbread. Always has. That's why they nicknamed him Corn. Eddie Kendrick. Actually, Eddie Kendrick after the 80s. Eddie Kendricks before the 80s. He dropped the S in his name because he felt that Eddie Kendrick was more...
personal?
I don't know why he did. I really don't know why Eddie Kendricks went with Kendrick after 1980. I don't get it. Maybe Kendricks was too 70s and 60s-ish.
Maybe.
But Otis Williams of the Temptations, if y'all watching this, I wouldn't mind singing with you sometime and becoming an honorary Temptation. Temptations forever, man. And I am on fire because of my hot pants. Get it now.
They look more like dragon pants to me.
They are.
Hey,
that's good.
That looks good.
That looks absolutely amazing.
And we're hungry.
One on. Gonna put oven mitt on my other hand so they won't get too hot now. Gonna put it out the oven. Gonna hit it with me one more time. Spaghetti Florentine there. That's got no mushroom in it. This one's got mushroom in it. Heavy, so heavy. Gonna knock me out. Close the oven. Take off them stupid gloves. And now, we get out some plates. Uno más plato, más platos. Para todas las gentes están viviendo aquí. Did I just turn into a Spanish person now?
I think so.
Spanish people ain't got no soul. Man, I gotta go to take myself up to Detroit, Michigan, go to the birthplace of Motown. Hicksville, USA. Motown ain't there no more.
Exactly.
Barry Gordy done moved his offices to LA, California. Mercy! Hey. Gonna slice it up. Gonna slice it up now. Stand on the scene. Get on up. Get up. Be a cooking machine.
Well, let's wait 5-10 minutes and so I can get my hand to rest as well.
Mercy! Hi, baby! Okay, well, enough of the soul aspect of things, man. I'm going to pop my finger like this and say, hey! Y'all come back when we're ready to serve this up. And y'all gonna enjoy Spaghetti Florentine. Give me a pair of shades, because I am cool as cucumbers. Spaghetti Florentine, look at that. All of it comes up.
Oh, wow. That does look good.
Slice. Spaghetti Florentine bake. I am looking forward to this recipe.
Oh, so am I. It looks fantastic.
Spaghetti Florentine bake. Look at that beautiful helping. There we go. Look at that. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth.
We got a little bit of everything there.
Be honest.
Oh, God.
It's the first time I've ever prepared this too. How is it?
There's just one problem. I'll need to take all of it so you guys don't have to suffer through this.
That one has mushrooms in it and you don't like mushrooms. A very interesting way to make spaghetti. Spaghetti Florentine. The only problem is, this one didn't seem to have as much sauce as it needed to be. I could have used that extra jar of sauce up there, but you live, you learn. It's still good. And you must sing a Motown song while you eat it. No, I'm kidding.
This is the worst food I've ever tasted. I'm going to have to force it down my stomach.
Just save it.
Just to be nice. Just to be nice.
Just to save face with camera. I understand. I understand.
Oh, this is delicious.
And I just got buzzed on my phone.
Free cake. Where is it?
Yeah, where's that free cake?
I would love some free cake. Free cake! Free cake! What could we possibly make with this? Tune in a future edition of SonicBlu, the Kitchen Magician, and you'll find out. Damn, I hate being a magician sometimes. I guess that cake wasn't free after all. Anyway, hope all your meals turn out to be just as good as this one. Spaghetti Florentine bake. We love it, and you will too. Thank you for watching. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I got the month of May. I guess you'd say, what can make me feel this way? My food. Talking about my food. My food. I've got so much eggplant, the Italians envy me.
Okay, Sonic.
When it's time to serve, I got the plates with me. I guess you'd say, what can feed my hunger this way? My food. Talking about my food. My food.
Okay, can we serve because we are hungry?
Yes, we can serve now.